Hello, this is Lowtide with another article from Canary. Security and privacy first task. Some friends asked me to write out the measures I intend to take now and immediately following the bank appointment regarding internet and asset protection. This is based on several years of research plus 20 years of working from law firms, and here it is. Internet security and asset protection tools for now and right after the bank appointment. Freeze your credit reports and those of your underage children. Do this weekend. It's free. Consumer advocate Clark Howard tells you how to in www.clark.com/personnel/finance dash credit and credit freeze. Find the best accountants and attorneys and fit financial advisors in your area. Please see separate articles on this topic. Name your trust and business entity something other than your name. Please see separate articles on this topic. Don't list your name and address on trust or entity documents. Hire a law firm to act as receiving agent on your behalf and use the firm's address. This is so that thieves cannot use government records to find your name and address to target you. Put your house and car in a trust or an entity as appropriate for the same reason. Do the same for property and taxes and vehicle titles, etc. Find a computer tech with security expertise. Do not rely on advice from the workers and repair techs at the computer store. They are paid to sell computers. Experts do not work for minimum wage or sales commissions. Ask your accounting firm to have their forensic researcher give you a recommendation. Your tax attorney could also be a good resource. Ask the expert to order and install computer equipment for you, especially the computer you will use for online banking and brokerage house connections. Have the expert delete all the data from your current computer so it is completely wiped clean. Capture your family pictures, etc. on a flash drive and or the cloud before the wipeout. Ask the expert to take apart the machine and discard the parts ecologically. Also ask the expert to install a fireproof safe in your home. The lock should not require electricity. Have have the person show you how to reset the combination. Buy a separate computer solely for finances. It should not share or sync data with the rest of your computers. I like Macs, so I will buy a PC for financial computer. The financial one will be used only for online banking and assessing investment accounts, such as Vanguard. It will have a hardwired internet connection. Never go to any other websites than your banks or investment companies. No shopping, no surfing, no email, no nothing. Have the second internet connection that is hardwired, not Wi Fi, connected to your home. This is the connection you will use for your finances only computer. This is a finances only computer. No Wi Fi or Bluetooth on this computer. Use this computer to access bank, credit card, and brokerage websites only. No email, no shopping, no surfing, nothing else but your financial stuff. Keep this computer away from the children and visitors. Lock it in a cupboard in your bedroom, for example. Have the computer security tech or computer store add privacy tools before using it. Never access your largest accounts online. If you need to transfer money to another account, go to the bank and do it there. Or write a check from your large account and take it to your local credit union for deposit. Buy a black and white laser printer dedicated solely for the purpose of this computer. Not a laser color, not inkjet. The security expert can explain why. Use it to print bank statements and other documents. You can you could read you could need these things in an audit. Do not connect to the financial compute. Do not connect the financial computer and its printer via Wi-Fi. Only use a hard cable. These devices constantly record what you say. That is to disconnect Alexa or Internet of Things that can have an IoT equipped microphone. Similarly, refrigerators, which listen for commands, cameras on your TV, tape over the lens, and other invasive Internet things. Products, IoT items, also provide a way for hackers to invade your Wi-Fi system. A financial reason a few years ago, the major news channels reported a theft of a very large amount of money from Las Vegas casino. The casino financial accounts were hacked and money diverted to Russia. The hackers accessed the casino's aquarium controls and got into their Wi-Fi that way. A personal example, an elderly couple were discussing his rapidly declining health and how he wanted to find a physician to help him die. That act is not legal in their state. By talking in front of Alexa, the recording of those conversations could put the wife in serious trouble later. If you cannot live without Alexa, at least get her out of the bedroom. Get checks that have coded and encrypted routing and account numbers printed on them, not your real banking, routing, or account information. If your bank doesn't offer this, change banks. Some credit unions offer them. Have your credit card companies provide you with one-time use numbers for online purchases. Have your bankers show you how to use them. Have only 2 checking accounts with ATM cards. Tell the bank you do not want overdraft protection, nor do you want them to automatically transfer money into the account when funds run low. This prevents a thief from draining any connected savings account via multiple charges and ATM withdrawals. If you plan to spend more than usual, such as getting cash, ATM withdrawals while traveling, raise the daily limit and put extra money into your account beforehand. Stop automatic transfers to pay monthly bills, the ACH ones. You don't want vendors to have access to your bank. Set up monthly payments via credit card. You have more consumer protection that way, as credit cards are different from debit cards. Do not use credit cards attached to your bank accounts. When you set up Lyft or Amazon or eBay or similar accounts, use a credit card for better consumer protection. Let your credit card and ATM card issuers know when and where you will be traveling so that they don't assume that a thief in Paris is using your card without permission. Do this in person or via phone. Do not tell them via email or text. Spread your funds around several banks, credit unions, or online banks. Include a bank that has branches where you most likely will travel. Meet the managers and assistant managers in person at each one. Ask the manager at your local bank and a major bank to meet the person who issues Medallion signature guarantees. Shake hands with the person in a couple of times every year. You will need this relationship later. If that person leaves the bank, create a relationship with the replacement. Minimize the information you give to your accountants and lawyers. Designate some accounts and credit cards for personal expenses only, things that don't affect your taxes and you don't need to track. Payments for vacations, gifts, restaurants, etc. Your tax accountant doesn't need this information. Keep information about these accounts private. Your accountant will probably ask about the transfers to those accounts just to be certain that they're not missing any deductions for you. Simply explain they are for personal expenses, but be certain to track medical, dental, vision, and caregiving costs for insurance claims, taxes, and HSA accounts, and reimbursements from trusts and entities. Also track donations to the nonprofits. Make donations while protecting your ID and contact information. Instead of writing a check, have your bank issue a cashier's check to protect your routing and account numbers. Make donations anonymously so you aren't inundated with requests for money. Ask the charity to send the receipt to your attorney's account and his address. If you would like a few people to share your enjoyment in helping others, use a nickname. Perhaps in college or military, you were known as the Brainiac or Lightning Bolt. Tell the charity to keep the donor name and contact information secret, but put your nickname on any lists they publish or announce. Stop mail from coming to your home address. Set up a P.O. box and mail shop box to make it harder for thieves to target you and your residence. Have someone you trust pick up your mail while you're traveling. Ask someone to pick up any papers left at your home, such as flyers and neighborhood newspapers. If you want magazines and packages to come to your home, put a name other than yours on the subscription. Let your mail delivery person or building concierge, I'm sorry, concierge know the alternate name for your mail. You can also place online orders for yourself as gifts to this new name at your home. Your dog's name could be fun. Create a system to help you remember passwords using handwritten cheat sheets. One gal I know uses letters from files or lines from favorite songs. She writes down Bruno to remind her of the song 24 Karat Magic in the air. The password is 24K MT at, that's a password. This system could also work for sports heroes, bowling stats, events or dates, and more. Choose things you did not want write down in calendars, announce on Facebook, or mention in emails. To make the password longer, add a second part. Summer 93 could tell you to add the word Budapest as you took your vacation there that year. So your cheat sheet would read Bruno SM93. The password would then be 24K MIT at Budapest 3ST. Mixing up the higher and lower caps on the letters. Or use a password manager. You'll need a very long jumble of characters for the one password to access the manager. Keep a written copy of this password in your bank's safe deposit box. Never put information in an email or text you wouldn't put on a roadside billboard. Stop all banking via your smartphone. Despite what the banks tell you, it's not secure. Starting a data online, sharing data online. I'm sorry. My research shows private data is usually shared between clients, business colleagues, and attorneys, accountants, and others via documents placed in the cloud in an account owned by the client. The client gives the professional the URL and the password via phone. Change the password frequently. Never put the URL or password in an email or text in case your computer phones get keystroked tracking malware. I prefer password protected flash drives sent via FedEx or UPS, in which the password is shared via telephone after the recipient has received the package. Never input your passwords or pins into your computer or on the cloud. Know that robots look for documents with an at symbol. The words bank or pin and other words such financial words tells the story. Have a handwritten list for your financial business and other relevant dates and data in your safe deposit box in the event you suddenly pass away. Delete social media accounts, especially anything related to Facebook, Google, or WhatsApp. Back up photos onto a flash drive first. I plan to leave a modest information about my pre-RV life in on the internet via LinkedIn, my LinkedIn profile, which shows my final modest job and a website I wrote about myself describing my modest pre-RV life, my books, volunteer work, and hobbies, my dog, and etc. It will look odd for somebody. Google sometimes it's me finds nothing. If my current phone number appears on the internet and an internet search, I will get a new number. As often as necessary, never answer your phone unless you recognize the person calling. People will leave a voicemail if they do not want to scam you. If you if you get a lot of spoof calls, that's robots that create fake caller ID numbers with your area code, get a new phone number with an area code for someplace else. Change to a new email account to get a new address. The RRV will give us an opportunity similar to retirement. We can choose the people we wish to keep and keep close. Stop giving your social security number to medical or dental or vision or other offices. They only want they only want it in case they need to turn your account over to collections. Leave the area blank. If they insist, tell them you pay in full each appointment, and if they still insist, find another provider. Or, or provide a dummy social security number, which you can find information about these numbers at clark.com. I use one the IRS has furnished to Hollywood and to use in movies. Do not let stores and others scan your ID. It's okay for them to look at it and ascertain your identity and age, but if they scan your card, they are collecting your driver's license numbers and other information. If they insist, shop at another store. Use RFID wallets and passport holders. RFID stands for radio frequency ID, and your driver's license, passport, credit cards, and other cards emit information. If you use RFID wallets, purses, and briefcase, and passport holders, the RFID information on your cards is blocked from anyone using the device to try to get your data so that they cannot get your data. This article was written by Canary Girl. Thank you.
To learn more about currency facts and financial knowledge, please follow us on YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You may also visit the Seeds of Wisdom Team website for more information on various topics of interest.